Stocks finished their best June in decades. Right now, numbers are up across the board. The Dow up 138, S&P up by more than 22. The Nasdaq is above 8,000. Global stocks rallied as the U.S. and China agreed to resume trade talks. And in general, last month was a good month on Wall Street.
CBS 2's Alice Gaynor is live in Lower Manhattan with more. Alice.
Mary and Alex, June was a very good month on Wall Street with the Dow gaining more than 7%. The question, of course, will it hold? Well, we talked to an expert to see what could happen next. At the G20 summit in Japan this weekend, President Trump announced he's putting additional tariffs on Chinese imports on hold for now. And he will let U.S. companies sell some components to Chinese telecommunications giant Huawei. The company was put on an American blacklist last month as a threat to national security. Asian markets jumped and U.S. stock futures soared at the news. But there is uncertainty about whether a meaningful agreement can be finalized. Last month, the Dow Jones had the best June performance for the blue chip average since 1938, and it was the S&P 500's best half year in 2 decades. On Friday, the Dow gained 73, the Nasdaq rose 38, and the S&P was up almost 17 points.
Part of it was that it was a very weak May, and it was a weak May because the trade talks with China fell apart during that month. Markets sold off on that because it creates great uncertainty for the economy, for corporate earnings. And we've seen the reversal really in June just on speculation that the trade talks might resume.
Tim Grisky is the chief investment strategist for Inverness Council.
There's going to be speculation in the market that the trade talks are going to fall apart again. And that will probably cause weakness in the markets.
July could also prove differently since a wave of selling swept over the market for most of the final week of June, with traders shifting money to bonds. So what's the mood amongst investors we spoke to?
You can't react to everything, so you do what you can.
Overall, it's kind of steady as it goes. There's nothing particularly visible at the moment which would make me run out of stocks, but you need to be wary. A correction's coming, but I don't see it at the moment.
Also this week, investors are awaiting the monthly employment numbers, which will be out on Friday. They're going to look to see if there are any signs of a slowing economy. They're also waiting to see if the Fed is going to cut interest rates this month. We're live on Wall Street. Alice Gaynor, CBS 2 News.